O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down in the driver's seat and when I rise up through the gears. You discern my thoughts from a car.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Very warm welcome to you all. And a very warm welcome on this beautiful sunny day to another Thoughts from a Car, the ramblings of an idiot. Again, more rambling because, as with all these things, germ of an idea appears in my tiny, tiny little head, and then I don't really think it through, and I don't think of an ending, so it just sort of waffles on aimlessly until I get to some vague conclusion. Anyway, today I am thinking about gaslighting. It's a very popular pastime these days where you give the impression to somebody that they've made a mistake or they're doing something wrong, or oops, this is all over the place here. Oh, come on. Well, what I'm really thinking about is so-called Trump Derangement Syndrome. This is dreadful. Oh, I'm getting out of here. And thank you to that nice man. Trump Derangement Syndrome. Now, what is that? I hear you ask, as if you didn't know. And again, it's a form of gaslighting. It's a way of saying to somebody, your criticism of the current American administration is actually a deranged syndrome that you possess. It is a problem that you have, not a problem with the administration. And I can understand why they keep using it, because it is a sort of, in a sense, it's a bit like victim blaming. So say the administration does something terrible or says something terrible, or, you know, it's a hard one to do, I know, but just use your imagination and you call them out on it. What they do is come back straight at you with, well, you're suffering from Trump Derangement Syndrome. And in an instant, what that does is dismiss your anger, dismiss the statement you're making, and it pushes everything back on you, and it allows them to wash their hands of any situation, any event, because it says, problem's not with us, it's all with you. You know, and again, it's a similar sort of thing to the usual thing. Now, if you watch the president with reporters' questions, they all follow the same sort of pattern. So a reporter will ask a question that is awkward or embarrassing or puts Trump in a bad light, or a question he doesn't want to answer, because then that would lead to a lot of other questions. And if it's a question like that, he instantly starts by saying, and who are you, and who are you with? Who are you with? As if this has any bearing on the question. It doesn't matter what news organization you're with. That doesn't affect the question. But he says, who are you with? And the reporter says, you know, I'm with the Washington Post or the San Francisco Chronicle or the New York Times or whatever it is. and he says, "You're a very bad reporter. That's a terrible, terrible paper. Numbers are awful. You're really overrated. You know, that's a nasty question. You're a nasty person. You shouldn't be." And then moves on. Takes another question. It's not that he thinks you're a nasty reporter from a failing organisation and then answers the question. He refuses to answer the question by making it look as if you're the bad person, or the reporter is the bad person in this. That they're asking stupid questions because they're overrated, underperforming. You know, no, the question is the question, regardless of who asks it. But again, it's a way of gaslighting, it's a way of deflecting, like Trump derangement syndrome. So any criticism is just, again, reflected back on the person making that criticism. I'm thinking, what a world do we live in? Where, I mean, imagine you were opposed to something like human trafficking. Now, most normal people are against human trafficking. It's one of those things you think, this is just wrong. This is modern slavery. This is wrong on every level. But imagine you were then putting questions to somebody about that, who was engaging in this, and you're saying, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be treating people like that, you shouldn't be treating people as commodities or income streams or anything like that. And they said, oh, you've just got trafficking derangement syndrome, and dismissed your objections, your claims against them. Yet what? It's not trafficking derangement syndrome. It's, what was that person? It's the normal response to something that is immoral, that is wrong. But somebody was trying then to reframe it as a problem that you have against trafficking. You know, it's just incredible, and it's used all the time. And certainly in terms of the reporter thing, and I haven't seen anybody fight back. I haven't seen anybody push back hard enough to make them think again. I just don't understand what it is. But anyway, have a nice day. Always remember, it's your fault. Whatever happens against you, it's your fault. It must be, because you have Simon derangement syndrome, or world derangement syndrome, or, you know, whatever it is. So enjoy your day, and sure, I will see you at some point in the future. I hope it's sunny as it is today, next time I speak to you. But take care and look after yourselves. Bye bye.